better lives here than they did back in Africa.
Slaves
Wait.
Say that.
They still had better lives here than they did back in Africa.
Slaves had better lives here.
There are some that would argue that. You can look that up. Their descendants, the descendants of those slaves, have much better lives here than the descendants of people who would have never gotten on those slave boats in Africa.
I wonder how much, like, is this motherfucker right here in the background, this black guy, did he really fucking hear that?
I want to take a little bit of time out to say thank you for my wonderful patrons, which you see right here on the screen. If you go to Crimson60620 at patreon.com, you can actually help support the show and get your name showing up on the screen. Thank you.
Over the weekend, I guess I would actually be considered Friday. I pulled up the Umberto Eco 14 Points of Fascism. Now, if you are a long-time viewer of my channel, you actually know that on a live stream conversation, not a debate, but conversation that we had, I was speaking with somebody and I was trying to go over the points of fascism. And it was very, very fucking weird that an adult male in his 30s who happened to be black, like myself, didn't understand what redlining is. Didn't understand the what's up, mutant? Didn't understand the encroaching fashions that we were actually going through. And an adult male that was black in his 30s literally didn't recognize that the Republican Party or the Conservative Party or the party that he was being a simpleton for were just out and out racist. And like, yeah, you're gonna be you're gonna be the token minority until they don't need you again, and then you're going against the wall. And then over the weekend we had Michael Flynn, the former national security advisor, talking about how this is a Christian nation and we need to get rid of the separation of church and state. And thank you, mutant, thank you. And we had to, it's getting scary. And it's not only been getting scary, it's already, not only is it getting scary, it's been scary. And so I remember this, and this so happened to pop up in my timeline. And it's from TYT, one of their, when they were doing their rally for 2020. And I want you guys to sit back and actually take into what was being said 5 years ago. Check it out.
Born and raised Democrat. And the last few years, the Democratic Party has just turned into a bunch of giveaway goofballs. And so I've got to go the other direction.
Who was the?
Now, if you actually look, this motherfucker has a button that says, "I'm a Christian and I'm voting." I don't know what the last part of it is. These motherfuckers have not opened their goddamn Bible. Because as part of the Bible, and I know it's a big book of multiple choice, but their Christ said, give everything that you sell everything that you have and give to the poor. Their Christ said that you should be a giver. And they're complaining about a fucking political party that gives away too much stuff. shall we? Let's go.
The last Democrat you voted for, if you don't mind saying.
Probably Jimmy Carter.
Her plan.
Wait, he said he's been a Democrat all of his life, but the last Democrat he voted for was Jimmy fucking Carter. My man, and you're not a Democrat. Okay. Let's go.
It would mean generations of terrorism, radicalism, and extremism spreading in your schools and throughout your communities. She shouldn't be allowed to run.
Now, mind you, if you know anything about the Trump organization, he literally was laundering money in Deutsche Bank for several different oligarchs. But Hillary Clinton was the criminal. And I have no love for Miss Super Criminals Hillary Clinton. Miss, I'm going to try to regulate video games Hillary Clinton. I have no love. And this isn't a tu quoque fallacy. But this is a call to hypocrisy. Because this motherfucker is definitely a criminal. And he had some criminal organization even while he was in the White House. But let's go.
Michael Shore in Orlando, Florida for TYT. Yes, another speech from Donald Trump. The numbers weren't so big, but what impressed me was when Reince Priebus, the head of the Republican National Committee, asked how many of them had already voted. It looked to me, if they were all telling the truth, as if the majority of them had voted. One of the things that you always get when you come to these Donald Trump.
Wait, did I just see Hispanics for Trump? Wait. Let's see this.
Big, but what impressed me was when
Hispanics for Trump. Don't he just said this was in 2020. Excuse me. Oh wow, shit. Fuck. This is in 2016 when he was saying Mexicans are murderers and rapists. Like, this is like literally that same campaign. Bro, again, last one in, first one out. Last one hired, first one fired. But let's go.
Reince Priebus, the head of the Republican National Committee, asked how many of them had already voted. It looked to me, if they were all telling the truth, as if the majority of them had voted. One of the things that you always get when you come to these Donald Trump rallies, really, you come for the Donald, but you stay for the ducks.
Well, and you know what's funny is the Republican Party made a big shit about in 2020 how mail-in ballots were part of a cheating system. But Florida is one of the biggest states with mail-in ballots that they count the shit ahead of time. And they did not have an issue with Florida's mail-in ballots. I wonder why. But let's continue.
I was embarrassed by Obama going to Japan and apologizing to the Japanese people for our actions in World War II.
Why are you embarrassed for that? Now, I get it. Most people know that happened to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. But America actually fucked Japan, like the mainland. And it was, we firebombed Tokyo in a city of kindling, because at that time Tokyo was mostly paper housing. We firebombed Tokyo, and we were so brazen about the shit that the motherfuckers that knew that they were going to firebomb Tokyo, those motherfuckers like, oh, we have a chance of dying. Not from getting shot down by the fact that we wasn't going to have enough fuel to get back. But yeah, we need to go fucking burn down Tokyo. And yet, we shouldn't apologize for that shit. I mean, like, we had committed some atrocities during World War II. And I get it, yes, they struck Pearl Harbor. But Roosevelt was literally doing shit to antagonize the Japanese people to lead into World War II. Man, the people of Japan like continually fuck Korea. Like I was watching extra credits. They did the extra history, like the Warring States periods. Oh yeah, Japan was fucking ruthless, and like the kawaii aesthetic that they put on right now, like no, and dude, like we fucked Japan over. We fucked Japan over so much that a lot of their popular culture had to do with being nuclear bombed or be their city. Like Akira was literally reflective of what we did to them in World War II. And if you haven't watched Akira the movie or read the manga, or excuse me, the light novel, I think it was a light novel first, and it became a manga. I don't know. We like literally fucked them over, and then our import of capitalism is now leading to a fucking decline in birth rates because they believe that they have to work so hard because of the almost religious zealots that they have for making money and for making it big, that companies are starting to make people spend at least one fucking Friday afternoon at home so couples can actually have sex. I am not kidding you. That was a law that they had to pass, that because the birth rate is dying so much that they need to send people home to have sex. Let's go. I'm ranting.
Obama's been there 8 years. He hasn't done anything. He's bringing more and more dangerous people in this country today. And I've been to the Middle East and I've lived in Europe.
What about living in Europe makes you uniquely qualified to say that immigration doesn't work?
I was married to an Islamic man.
And?
Wait. What? Were you married to an Islamic man, or were you married to somebody from the Middle East? Which one was it? Because Islam is a religion, and I know that for these people, they see brown person, they think Muslim or Mexican. Like their degree of nuance doesn't work well. But Islamic, did you convert? Did you just convert, or were you just married to him? All right, let's hear her story.
And I've been suffering for 8 years trying to divorce him as he gets with other women and makes more children and doesn't pay anything for child support.
Huma Abedin appears to have a Muslim name, and maybe
she's Egyptian. Oh, and mind you, people, this was 5 years ago. All right, let's go.
They were connected some way in a form of traitorism against America.
Do you think?
Wait. I'm sorry. Let's hear that shit again.
Maybe they were connected some way in
more children and doesn't pay anything for child support.
Huma Abedin appears to have a Muslim name, and maybe they were connected some way in a form of traitorism against America.
Because she has a Muslim name, again, Middle Eastern. She's from Egypt. That means she's a traitor to America. You can't logic this shit. This is a response out of just fucking fear. And I don't fucking know. Like, okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Shit. My head hurts. All right, let's go.
Do you think because she has the name Huma Abedin, she might be a traitor?
Well, she might be. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I can't really say that.
They still had.
Oh, the racism is so irrational. The racism is so fucking irrational. How? What? How does that work? How the fuck does that even work? Because of your name, you're a traitor. Does that mean that every Karen and Stacy's are either sluts or bitches? Like that makes no fucking sense. Because of your name, you're this. Let's use that logic. Is every woman named a Karen? Like, does she just have, but let me speak to your manager on her forehead or across her chest? On a t-shirt, obviously, but you know what I mean. Oh, God. Yes, like Drea said in the chat, I can't say that, but you did. You're doing the thing. All right, let's go.
Better lives here than they did back in Africa.
Slaves
Wait.
Say that.
They still had better lives here than they did back in Africa.
Slaves had better lives here.
There are some that would argue that. You can look that up. Their descendants, the descendants of those slaves, have much better lives here than the descendants of people who would have never gotten on those slave boats in Africa.
I wonder how much, like, is this motherfucker right here in the background, this black guy, did he really fucking hear that? Or is he trying to make his money selling t-shirts? Or does he believe that shit? You gonna fucking tell me, like, look, come here. You're gonna fucking tell me that my ancestors being beat and in some cases killed, or their children being cut up and used as alligator bait to face discrimination after discrimination after discrimination in a fucking country that still doesn't believe in some cases that we're human or we deserve human rights. We had better lives here than we would have in Africa. All we had to do was work. But we lazy, huh? You fucking good for nothing, simpleton ass motherfucker that probably only made it this far in life because you're a mediocre piece of shit. You're gonna say that? Say that to my face, motherfucker. Say that to my face. Fuck, I hate these entitled ass motherfucking suburban ass motherfucking white dudes that haven't read a real black person in their motherfucking life. Because if they said that shit, let that motherfucker say that shit to somebody in the motherfucking hood. He gonna get shown what's better. And I don't encourage violence, but I will sit back and watch that shit. Man, I will sit back and watch that shit.
And that's a provable fact, you know, because we have given them all those freedoms.
Tell you what, you take a look.
We have given them all that freedom. The fuck? Let's go.
Look at the media. These are the most dishonest people anywhere. These are the most. The media is a part and one of the vital cogs in the rigged system under which we live. They're a big.
Yet he wants the media to say the shit that he wants them to say. Oh God, this motherfucker. I am glad Mr. Donald Daddy Issues Trump is no longer the president. And I get it. There are some leftists that are like, oh no, yo, Joe Biden and Trump is the same fucking thing. No, the fuck they're not. I fucking hate Biden, but I detest Trump. And not for some simple, oh, he's a Republican and Biden's a Democrat. No, this motherfucker had this, to quote the late great Michael Brooks, this motherfucker promoted galloping fascism. Galloping fascism. Fucking Michael Flynn was in his administration after he was told to be careful of Mike Flynn. Let's go.
That cog and they never show the crowds. They never show what's happening.
You can see right through Hillary, all her lies about all that trash with him and women. Come on.
How do you know it's a lie? I don't know. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying, how do you know it's a lie?
Because he's been in the public eye for how long now? His whole entire life. And
it was there. The shit happened. We have a recording of him saying, grab them by the pussy. We have that recording. It was him. Not only did he say grab him by the pussy, but he said, I moved on her like a bitch. How was that a lie? It was his fucking words. Oh, okay. All right, let's go.
all of a sudden, for the last 3 months or so, it leaks out.
When you run for president, things do tend to come out. Everybody who's run for president has figured that out.
Well, that's fair for what you just said, but he is a billionaire. And if there's any way a woman is going to get money, I mean, you look at the NFL players, you look at the college players that are going to be an NFL player. Women, I know, women are going to be sometimes looking for an easy way to make money.
Is this a self-report? Is this a self-report? Does she not get that she's a woman and she's attributed the lowest common denominator mindset to a woman, and she's a woman? Is she not getting that? Is she not understanding? Oh God. Okay. Let's go.
Money. And yes, he's a New Yorker. He's abrasive. I don't support the statements that have come out. I have $2.
And by the way, just to go back to her part, Jeffrey Epstein was a billionaire. He was. All right. Okay. Yeah. Let's go.
Daughters and a wife. We've been married many years. I do not condone that, and it's indefensible. But I'm looking for a leader for the country who's going to do the right thing for us and get our economy going again, protect our jobs, build our military, and restore America's strength in the world.
And
how did that work out for you? Fucking 5 years later, how did that work out for you? And you seem to be an older gentleman in Florida, too. Are you still around, dog? Are you still around because of Trump's actions? You know, the guy who was scared to admit that there was a pandemic going on. No. And his little lackey, simpleton, DeSantos. Are you still around, my friend? Let's go.
that's called American patriotism. We have to have a love for our country, and Hillary does not have a love for our country.
The woman who has spent most of her life in politics doesn't have a love for the country. I don't know. How does that follow? I just can't. And these will be the same motherfuckers that's sitting up in fucking Dallas, Texas, on a fucking grassy knoll, waiting for a zombie JFK Jr. to come back because they're fucking delusional. They are fucking delusional. And I don't know what to say now. Wow. This motherfucker said that black people had a better life in America than what they would have in Africa. This barely 20-something year old motherfucker sat back and said that shit. Done. I don't know what to say anymore. And this, yes, was 5 years ago. When did this video come out? Here, November 4th, 2016. Do you think they got any better? Do you think they got any better? Anyway, guys. If you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can actually hit that notification bell to let you know when I go live. And follow me on Twitch, where I have freaking channel subs. Yes, I've made it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you on the next video. We're going to cut this segment here.